Learning a new language is a new experience. New language learners doesn't have any confidence and they don't know from where to start. I live in a country that everybody went at least 1 year in an English language classes, but few of them reached to their destinations, reached to their purposes. Hello guys and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you can't learn a language, the obstacles in your way. You need to eliminate them in order to reach to fluency. If you are interested then, please bear with me and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. The first thing is possibilities. Firstly, you need to know learning a new language is not something that you can understand it in a few weeks or months. If someone tells you, I can make you learn this language in 3 months, I suggest you, please don't waste your money. This is impossible. A simple conversation, that's right, you can even learn it in just 1 week. But speaking fluently, or at least without too many pauses, it is impossible in just 2 or 3 months. To learn something, especially a language, needs time and patience. If you see someone for the first time, he is speaking very well with self-confidence, it doesn't mean he got all of his abilities in just few months. He has worked on his skills for a long time. Maybe he failed hundreds of times to reach to this peak and to this fluency level. So be patient and put some efforts. You will succeed. The next one is consistency. Consistency doesn't mean you have to study 10 hours a day. This is wrong. But everyone, by its amount of motivation and interest, needs to study in a particular time in a day or at night. Everybody's plans are different. Definitely, it doesn't make sense to study 10 hours a day. We all have a variety of things in our lives. We need to fulfill them. But if we leave those things and just start learning and studying a language all day long in a short period of time, you will definitely discouraged and demotivated. And it becomes boring to you because your brain needs a free breath. We can't put every single information and details we encounter with in here. Our brain prioritizes the information it needs and makes some analysis, which one is important and which one is not. I recommend you to search about the brain activities, how the brain works. It helps you in your learning process. And just try to save this consistency. It's enough to study your target language 2 hours a day, but do it consistently. But as I said before, for everyone it's different. If you don't have 2 hours a day, you can start from 3 minutes. But after a while, you will be able to add some times to it. But remember, divide your time to practice on all of your skills. I mean, in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. The next one is afraid of mistakes. We all learn from our mistakes. We just don't remember them. Everyone makes mistakes. If you're thinking that you will speak or you will use that language when you become perfect, I promise you, that day will never come. You are waiting to be perfect on that language and then use it. Please don't be perfectionist. Even native speakers are not perfect. Read as much as you can, write as much as you can, and use it as much as you can at the same time, not spontaneously. Like me, it was the biggest reason of creating my channel. I want to learn from my mistake. Of course, there will be someone to correct my errors, to tell me where I made mistakes. I'm not afraid of my mistakes. I will face with them and I will defeat them. And over time, I will get better and progress. You will also progress by trial and error. Number 4, why you learn that language. Have you ever think about that? Why I want to learn that language? Why should I learn that? If you have a plan to go abroad or applying to a university, or even you want to be an English teacher, this is okay. It has enough motivation to start learning that language. But if you learn that language for showing yourself to your friends jealously that I know English, this is not a good ethical motivation. Or you learn because your cousins can speak English, why you can't? And you start learning it jealously. I know you don't, then you can't learn that. This is important to know your goals. But if you haven't a goal in your mind, you will never be able to use from that language. This is my goal. I want to interact with the people over the world. I want to study different essays. I want to be understood wherever I go. And most importantly, I want to share my experiences and help those guys who don't know from where to start his language learning, from what types of things they should avoid, in which part of learning they put his focus more than others. This is my goals. And please write your goals in the comment box and let me know what is it. Let me know, use from your experiences, from your goals. Number 5, one resource. Maybe you are depending on just one resource. For example, maybe you're going to a language class, come back to home, wait until the next day, go again. This kinds of repetitions doesn't work. Or you are focusing on one thing, like grammar. If you memorize them all, how you can use it, when you will be able to use it. Language is not limited to grammar at all. There are lots of things you have to do. You have to focus on. Or you're just focusing on watching movies. You want to learn English by watching American movies? One resource, it doesn't matter what is it. It doesn't work. It can't develop your skills. I'm studying business administration. When my teacher gave us a presentation about everything that relates to economics, like GDP, GNP, first I didn't understand what he says. I did, but it was very little. I searched it on YouTube and looked up for that. I found amazing videos about it. And then I understand what is GDP or GNP, whatever. The point is, I didn't use from one resource. I didn't use from my university books. I used from different things. Besides that, I'm running this channel you're watching right now because of making difference. When I say something and talk about some topics, of course, there's lots of English channels with native speakers, with amazing accents. But I want to make a little difference between them. I want to share my idea. The next one, VOA News Report. Maybe you're listening to VOA News Report. Don't listen it if you're a beginner. I'm not saying that's bad for everyone, but in some cases, it's not good for you if you're a beginner because it is news-based learning. The structure and the word combinations they use is different and it's not natural. It's completely like learning in a language classes. It is something scripted. You can't use it in your real life. It's okay for intermediate levels, but my recommendation is don't listen to it. Number 7, individual words. One of the biggest mistakes most language learners make is they learn individual vocabularies. Don't do it. Learn words with their combinations called collocations. Collocation is a word or a phrase which comes together, like habit. Don't memorize it, just habit. And instead, learn it with its collocation. Break a habit, become a habit, etc. Number 8, interest. Maybe you don't have any interest to learn that language. If you're not interested in, it will be very, very hard to acquire it. Maybe you don't like that language and you make excuses. You don't have enough motivation, or you're comparing yourself with anyone else, or you discourage learning language in schools. Of course, it doesn't help you. Find what's the reason. Interest plays a big role in a language. It really depends on the level of interest that a person has. Thanks for watching the video up to end. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for my next video notification. And please motivate me with your likes and sharing my videos with your friends. Wish you the best.